Hello Reformers and welcome to Slay the Spire. Now this game is currently in early access on Steam and is a, what should we say, roguelike in the style of Faster Than Light, or FTL if you like. And I have to say that I really enjoy that formula. FTL, not so much. I didn't enjoy the game too much. I mean, I gave it a good amount of respect for what it was capable of doing, and the roguelike genre, absolutely fantastic within it. But Slay the Spire is a little bit more along my wavelength, and I'll show you why. Let's play. Now, I have already played once, and got pretty far actually. I played for about an hour, and I unlocked a new character. So technically, we could play as the Silent, a deadly huntress from the Foglands, eradicates foes with daggers and poisons. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Now, we can either play as this character, or we can play as the Ironclad. The remaining soldier of the Ironclads sold his soul to harness demonic energies. At the end of combat, heal 6 HP. Now, I've got to say, the Ironclad is really fun to play as, because you have this card called Demon Form. And Demon Form is obviously a card that you gain as you play through, because this is a deck building game as well as a roguelike, and you get cards, and those cards enable you to do certain things in combat. And there's a card, as I said, called Demon Form, which gives you additional strength, and additional strength increases the amount of damage that you deal. For this, I think we're going to be playing as the Silent, because I've not played as her before, and I think it would be kind of fun. Greetings, I am Niao. Reach the boss to receive my blessing. Alright, so here you go. Very similar if you've played FTL. This map is strewn with enemies and all kinds of things. And the question marks are particularly interesting. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to go on a path similar to probably this. So we'll go here, 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 3 enemies, question mark, and an enemy, and then a resting site. Now these resting sites are bonfires basically, where you can either gain back 30% or so of your HP, or you can upgrade using the blacksmith one of your cards. You'll see when we get there. If we do, maybe we're not going to get there. Alright, so here we go. So you're given a bunch of cards. Obviously, because we're playing as this character, you gain even more cards. So you have strike and you have defend. This is exactly the same as how the Ironclad started off, but I would assume that the cards, as you go through, change dramatically. So let's strike at well, we've got 3 energy, so you can see here that each of these cost 1. So I'm going to play 2 defend cards to make sure that this guy doesn't deal that much damage to me, and then I'm going to just play 1 strike card just to deal some damage. And then the rest of your cards go into the discard pile. There you go, he only hit me for 2 that time, which was really good. And hopefully deal 3 damage, gain 8 block, discard a card. Sure, why not? Choose a card to discard. I'll just discard one of these. And we can do this, and look at this, you can see here, weakened creatures, wait a minute, did it not? Ah, it was going to show it actually. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, as you can see here, yes, weakened. Attacks deal 25% less damage for 1 turn. So in other words, I only have to block 9 damage now instead of 12, and I've got 8 blocks, so that means I'm only going to take 1 damage. By the way, health persists, as it would in every single roguelike. Health persists through every battle. So now we can just use 2 regular strikes, deal another 12 damage. Then it's the enemy's turn. Now, in FTL, which is what this game is going to be compared to most of the time, I would assume, in FTL, the battles are not exactly turn-based. They are timer-based, more like, and this is obviously where this is a little bit different, because it is turn-based, and I very much appreciate that. That's probably the reason why I prefer this, you know, so it just gives me a little bit more time to think about strategies and, you know, talk. Because obviously for a video I'm going to need to talk quite a bit. Anyway, let's see what I could do about neutralizing this. Oh yeah, by the way, if you'd like to check out Slay the Spire, which I'd highly recommend, you can get it on Steam, and the link is in the description. It's probably a good idea that I mentioned that. Anyway, I only need to gain 5 block now to completely negate all of the damage, and then we can continue dealing damage. There we go. I just love the art style as well. I personally feel like the art style is really charming, and it just has that kind of, I don't know, it just seems very sleek, but also high quality, you know? It's just, I don't know. It's very, very cool in my opinion. Okay, so we could discard another card. I guess I'm going to do that. I'm going to discard one of these defender cards. And then we're doing a lot less damage because he's given me weakened as well this time. So that's kind of annoying. But I don't mind, because look at that. We just took literally no damage whatsoever. And now I'm able to eliminate him. There you go. Done. So in many respects, this is kind of like a card game, but it's also like a roguelike, and it's difficult to kind of know which, because they do both exceptionally well. All of the cards are really interesting. And for example, this. Shivs are 0-cost attack cards which exhaust. At the start of your turn, add a shiv to your hand. In other words, this is a power that persists throughout the battle. Very similar to Demon Form. Obviously you haven't seen Demon Form, so you can't possibly know, but I'm going to be taking Infinite Blades to add to our deck. And now we have 13 cards in our deck. You can actually see the deck whenever you like, and this is what we currently have. Pretty boring stuff right now, with the exception of Infinite Blades, but yeah, it's going to get a lot more interesting as time goes on. Alright, let's go to the next enemy. Alright, Thievery. Aha, so the looter steals 15 gold whenever it attacks. Wow. That's pretty harsh. Huh, okay, that is pretty harsh. Anyway, I'm going to just go for 2 defends, I suppose, and 1 strike. Yep, 2 defends and 1 strike should be fine. You can gain more energy, by the way, with items. We haven't gained any items just yet, but we are going to. Don't worry about that. We're going to gain a lot of items. I had almost half the screen, basically, with my Ironclad, which was the first character I played as. And we're going to play Infinite Blades now. And I'm going to try and weaken this a little bit and just do a nice strike. I don't mind taking 7 damage right here. I think 7 damage is perfectly acceptable. I mean, he's stealing so much of my gold. I wonder whether I'm going to get that gold back. So, yes, as you can see here, removed until end of combat. That's what Exhaust does. So basically, you can't use this card anymore. But this is going to increase my damage output by a pretty significant margin. So we're just going to continue dealing damage here. And I think oh, he's going to defend. Yeah, you can see here what the enemy is going to do next turn, by the way. So you can kind of plan ahead a little bit. So this guy is going to be defending, and that's absolutely fine. By the way, block, which you can get from using the defender cards, you actually do not have that persist through turns. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh, why don't you just use 3 defend cards and then get 15 block? Yeah, that doesn't actually persist unless you have a card similar to the other card that I played, the Infinite, I can't remember the name of it now, but the point is, the Infinite Power card that I played that gives me this Shiv card, there's a similar card to that that allows you to retain block. That is obviously with the Ironclad class. So anyway, let's just kill this. Well, we can't actually kill him, can we? Which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, we can't actually do that. So yeah, me playing defend is not actually going to do anything. The enemy intends to escape? Ah. What? Ah. You. Ah. Okay, fine. I don't really mind. That is crazy. Okay, so there's crippling poison here, which is actually really cool. And backflip, which is actually really nice as well, but I'm actually going to take this power card. I love power cards in this game. I personally feel like they're absolutely fantastic. Thankfully, we're not coming to a merchant yet, because if we were coming to a merchant, then we probably wouldn't have any gold to spend, which is not very good, but, well, what can you do? I'm very good, aren't I? Yes, etc. Okay, so, yeah, strategic. So this guy is intending to use a buff. So let's just deal massive damage to him as fast as we can, because he's obviously not going to be doing anything to us the next turn. My power is unmatched, yes. So, in other words, this cultist is now going to be gaining 3 strength at the end of every turn. 3 strength will increase his damage by 1 per point of strength, as far as I remember. So, that is pretty insane. Anyway, we're going to use Noxious Fumes. He's going to attack for 6 damage, so we could always use Neutralize, which I think I'm going to do. He's going to attack for 4 damage, and we can just defend and then use another strike. He doesn't have the additional strength just yet. He is going to have it now, though, and that's going to increase, yeah, as you can see, his damage by 3. And he's now been poisoned, so he's going to be, well, losing HP quite nicely there. I'm going to play Infinite Blades as well, and we probably want to do Strike and then Strike. Alright, so let's end our turn and see what we're going to take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I don't think that's too bad. We should be able to win on the next turn, I hope. Yeah, I think so. I think we should be able to. So let's use Shiv, and then we'll do that, and there we go. Fantastic. Alright, I'm actually really liking this class so far. Very different playstyle to the one previously. The merchant doesn't offer refunds. He is a jerk. Ah, thank you very much for letting me know about that. Alright, so yes, we now have a bunch of attack cards. Can only be played if there are no other cards in your hand. Deal 15 damage. That's pretty fantastic, but that does require a pretty harsh... well, shall we say, pretty harsh requirement, I guess. Deal 8 damage, next turn, gain energy. That sounds pretty good. Let's do that. I like that. You can also use elixirs, by the way. So as you can see here, exhaust all status cards from your hand. Why would you want to do that? Oh, I see. Exhaust all status cards from your hands so that you have less cards in your hand, so you can use that other ability. That's pretty cool. Alright, so should we go to the merchant? We have 108 gold, or should we go over here? Ooh, this is going to be an unknown event. Let's do the unknown event. Oh, okay. We just have a bunch of slimes to fight. Oh, okay. Well, that's not particularly good, is it? Okay, so let's just do this. They're going to attack me like nothing else. This is not good. Okay, I'm going to defend as much as I can here. Not really something I wanted to do, but okay. I wanted to use Flying Knee, actually. But taking that much damage is really not very good. Wow. I'm actually going to take a lot of damage anyway. We might actually end up dying here. Because do bear in mind that the Ironclad does have an ability to restore 6 HP after every battle, which is really nice. Ah, Noxious Fumes. That's going to help me a lot. Okay, I'm going to need to use Shiv on this. Actually, on this, I think. Yeah, on this. And then we're going to have to use Strike. There we go, that's dead. So that removes 5 damage, and we're only going to take 10 next time, because these ones are intending to inflict a negative effect. We're actually not going to take that much damage, because I can apply some weakness to this one, and then I can use Defend, and that's going to negate this one's damage. So that's nice. We're only going to take 3 damage then. And then we're going to be getting over to a bonfire pretty soon, which is then going to mean that we'll be in a much better position, because we'll restore 30% of HP. So that's nice. Alright, so there's Shiv. We're dealing much less damage now, unfortunately. So we could just weaken this again. Deal 2 damage. Wait a minute. Let's just actually do some mathematics here for a second. Okay, so we have 2 zero-cost cards. That's 3 and 2, so that's 5 damage. That's going to take it down to 4, and then I can use Strike, and that will eliminate one of these. But maybe I have enough to do 2 strikes, which will eliminate one of these ones, which is probably better in my opinion. So let's do that. Yeah, we got to do it like that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. We still have another. I'm going to have to defend, so let's just use this on that, just so we can weaken that up a little bit. So if we get a bunch of strike cards or a bunch of whatever cards, the poison is really helping, by the way, in the next turn, then we should be in a much better position, but we're going to take a lot of damage here. But the bonfire's coming up, as I say, so that's going to make a huge difference. Nice defense. These guys are going to heal themselves, and we can defend pretty easily now. So now that's all that's left to be done is a strike, and we can do a Shiv and another strike, I suppose, just eliminate the damage that's going to be dealt to us, and then well, we can't really do much else, actually. Maybe I should have just killed one of these instead. That probably would have made sense. Well, they're not going to deal any damage to me right now, so it's not really a big deal. And the poison is going to continually deal damage to them, so I suppose that's good. Okay, so we could deal 6 damage, which is pretty easy. I think that's a pretty easy win right here. So let's just kill that, kill this. There we go, done. Now, usually when you go into one of those question marks, you are given a bit of text, which is actually really cool, in my opinion. But yeah, as it stands, obviously, we were unable to do that. Deal 6 damage for each attack played this turn. That's pretty awesome. Gonna take that. Energy potion will gain us 2 energy. And we have 1 more enemy to fight. Oh, okay. I thought that bonfire was actually next. Oh, dear. Curl up. What does that do? On taking attack damage, rolls up and gains 6 block. Right. Okay. Well, I think we can actually do a pretty decent job here. We're gonna have to... Rolls up and gains 4 block. Interesting. Well, you know, I could just kill this one easily, surely. It's gonna gain block though, right? Yeah, it's gonna gain block. Okay, so it gained block. That's absolutely fine though, because we still have the ability to kill it. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna use a finisher. Look, you have played 3 attacks. It actually updates in real time, which is really, really awesome in my opinion. And we're just gonna kill this. There you go. That was easy enough. Okay, so now we're only going to take a status debuff, which is just weakened, which is absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. And we're going to use Noxious Fumes, and I'm going to use Flying Knee, and then we can't really do much else, so I guess we're just going to play a defense card. Okay, it's using that again. Okay, I feel like this guy doesn't really know what's up, because now it's starting to attack us. Okay. Well, that's fine, I suppose, but I think it's dead. Yep, it is. Okay. That enemy did really not know what was going on. Okay, so there's more Noxious Fumes. I would actually like to go for that. Whoa, start each combat with this card in your hand. Deal 12 damage. But you won't get this back, because it's exhausted. Removed until end of combat, so... I personally feel like I'm going to take Noxious Fumes. We're gonna go for like a poison build or something like that. Let's go to the campfire now, and we're going to rest. As you can see, we're going to gain 21 HP back, so we're now back up to 52. And this is an elite enemy, by the way. But there are 2 treasure chests over there, but unfortunately... Oh, there's treasure chests over here too, so I guess I'm just going to go this way. Alright, this is probably going to be a little bit easier for us. There is a finisher. Ha! That's going to be pretty awesome. So I think I'm actually going to do Flying Knee. And we're going to do Strike, and then we're going to use Finisher. That is almost dead. So next turn we should be able to eliminate it. Unfortunately, the cultist is going to make things very difficult because it's going to gain strength every single time. Ah, wound. Yes, lovely. Okay, so that slime gave me a wound just now, which is not very good. And are you serious? Oh, look at that. We're unable to kill the slime. Okay, 1 damage, really. Okay, I guess I'm just going to play all the defends that I can. Oh, dear. Okay, yeah, this is going to get pretty messy, I think. I might actually die here because this cultist is going to power itself up so much that we're going to have some big problems. Okay, so let's use Infinite Blades. More Noxious Fumes, I feel, would be in order right here. And then I'm going to use Defend once again, just to reduce a little bit more of the damage that I'm going to take. This slime's going to die from our poison, and this cultist is going to continue buffing itself with 3 strength. I think I might be dead. Maybe. Actually, no. I think we might actually be able to do huge amounts of damage on this turn right here. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Going to do this. Going to do this. There we go. And now we can take this energy potion, drink that, and then that's a finisher. Ooh, almost. And now let's just gain some 5 block, and then that's going to die from poison, hopefully. Yep, there you go. Phew, that was close. Okay, because literally, if you allow those cultists to get even bigger in terms of the amount of strength they have, things are going to go badly. Alright, Dagger Spray. Deal 4 damage to all enemies twice. That sounds pretty good. Discard your hand, then draw that many cards. Gain 4 block. Next turn, gain 4 block. I think Dagger Spray could be pretty good. That's an AoE attack. So let's go to this bonfire, and that will be it for this episode. Would you like to see more of this game? Let me know in the comments. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.